What is a bad habit that a shocking amount of people have? Social media phone addiction. How many of us do anything without our phones now? When's the last time you left your house without it? The last time you forgot your phone or lost it, how anxious did you feel? Every time I try to slow down on my usage, I do good at first and then I have a day where I could be doing anything else and I still go to my phone and waste the day away. I'll absentmindedly pull it out while I'm watching TV too. Or playing video games. Here I am at work on it again. No spatial awareness. This has become so bad because of phones. You're in a crowded airport and someone in front of you stops dead in their tracks, reverses direction, and slams into you. They act like it's your fault. You're in a crowd of people trying to exit a building and one person stops as soon as they get through the door, completely unaware of the pileup of people behind them. Maddening. Getting offended when someone makes a mistake. You're not going to die if some random stranger on the net doesn't know the difference between there, and there. Also getting offended by someone's personal preferences. So what if some people prefer iPhone over Android, DC over Marvel, or cream in their coffee? There's nothing wrong with that. It's not like they listen to Justin Bieber, smoking anything whether it's weed, a tool or cigarettes. A lot of people smoke weed and use its medicinal benefits as an excuse. That's fine and all, but smoking anything is harmful regardless of what it is. If you're using edibles or oils under the tongue, it's one thing. But don't justify smoking weed being beneficial. Cracking their knuckles. Over and over. In quiet, public spaces. Especially movie theaters. The sound is so disgusting, it sounds like you're breaking your fingers. It makes me shiver and cringe every time I hear it. Stop doing it in public quiet places, you freaks. Drinking little to no water daily. Then they think that grumble in their stomach is hunger pangs, so they eat more salty food. And sometimes take ibuprofen for their dehydration-induced headaches. Can't imagine that's amazing for the kidneys. Touching their face, licking their fingers, etc. I never really noticed this until the pandemic. Then suddenly, I saw it everywhere. I'd be at a red light, look over, and see people just munching out on their fingers. It's so disgusting. Giving more information than asked. If I asked you where you got your shoes, then why are you telling me that you also wanted to buy 3 other pairs? This pertains more to my job though. Just answer the question I ask and shut up. Complaining about everything. As someone who still struggles with it, it really sucks when you have that sort of day, but when you live life not caring as much, you really can focus on yourself so much easier and be a better person. Materialism, buying stuff just for the sake of buying it, not because you need it. I think a lot of people have this huge empty hole in their soul that they constantly try to fill with more and more stuff, seeking gratification through social media posts. Like telling everyone how happy and amazing your life is. Blah blah. Humble bragging about materialistic shit on social media too. I would say the fact that way too many people not getting enough sleep is one of the worst habits. That, and sedentary lifestyle coupled with excessive calorie intake. Putting a wet spoon back in the sugar bowl. Butter tub with breadcrumbs and toast crumbs in it. Jam jar with butter in it. Coffee jar with wet spoon syndrome. Spending money they don't actually have. I.e. putting something on CC and paying minimum, thereby actually paying so much more than the original amount. Lying? Probably the biggest shock I got from the real world once I started adulting is how much people lie and try to manipulate. It's disheartening. People who don't wash their hands after going to the restroom. It's baffling how many people use the restroom and just walk right out without washing. The average diet is horrible. And people are so overweight that I've had several people ask me if I'm okay or sick because I'm at a healthy weight. I would say never changing your oil or car fluids. I was surprised when a mechanic told me that 90% of people never maintain their car. Touching their junk. It's still there. I'm a woman. If I was digging in my crotch, everyone would think I was crazy or had some gross infection. Not washing your hands after going to the bathroom. Look it up. It's scary how little people wash their hands after going to the bathroom. Hoarding, procrastination, smoking cigarettes, drinking too much alcohol and other substances, overspending, and neglecting their health. 8-10 times when I glance at the driver next to me on the interstate, they're staring at their phone. No exaggeration. It's terrifying. Tailgating. Count out to 5 seconds following distance at highway speeds, folks. That ain't it, and you're making traffic much worse. Chewing with their mouths open. I hate eating out in public because the sound of people smacking their food is all I can hear. Smiley face. Smoking. It's been known long enough that it kills you and can harm people around you too. Too many people still start the habit, hawking loogies really loudly then loosing the sputum wherever you feel like. Not sure if this happens outside mainland China. Mouth breathing. It literally can reshape your face and make you uglier. Not to mention it affects your oral hygiene immensely. Not stretching. How many of you have actually spent time stretching your muscles in the past week? Or even the past month? Overeating. On top of just looking less attractive in general, overeating contributes to a huge number of health issues. Insulting another person's intelligence the second they feel insecure about their own. So basically, projection. Smoking is a bad enough habit as it is. But most smokers also throw their cigarette butts out the car window. When people, when they are speaking, they insert every few words. It's annoying, saying they're going to do things or want to do things and never do them. If you want to do something, do it. I would say bad eating habits, phone social media addictions, and very poor money management problems. Leaving all their crap on cafe tables for the baristas to know it's the barista's job. Belching and farting in front of others. No one wants to smell what you had for lunch or your ass. Still continuing to drive while on a cell phone despite the dangers and fines associated with it. Being checked out during social interactions. Phone in hand, not really listening, not present. Pressing the snooze button. Makes you 10x more tired for the rest of the day and I can't stop. Jerking off and tasting it every time like a quality control officer at the factory. Poor hand hygiene. Wash your hands after you've been fingering your bowl, you damn animals. Not getting enough sleep and then using caffeine to fix the fact that they're sleepy. Rudeness, bullying, intolerance of other people's beliefs and opinions. It run rampant. Picking your nose in the car and flicking it. I guess it's better than eating it. Looking at your phone while walking, or talking to other people, or on a date. Licking their hands to separate their wants to touch or spit. Nose picking. It's like they're mining for gold in all the wrong places. Smiley face. Not washing hands before eating. It's not just for kids, folks. Peeing in pools, or in bodies of water while surrounded by other people. Porn addiction. So many have it and will deny it or justify having it. Responding with defensiveness rather than curiosity to the unknown. Chew on their nails. Touch their face constantly. Just a couple. Using the word amount, when they ought to use the word number. I bite my nails and cuticles until they bleed. So that's up there. Poor posture. Leaning down to read phones is killing our spines. Alcohol. It's actually crazy how society accepts it as a norm. Grimacing face. No manners and bitter behavior when they are a customer client. Telling people what their passwords are. Seriously, don't. Being unable to admit fault and take accountability. LMU. Social media, more specifically Reddit, those people suck. Flicking their boogers when they could be eating them. Being a victim. Constant delusions of persecution. Donating to politicians, political parties or POCs.